Hi, this is Mohammed Ibrahim from Props and Armor. Today I want to show you this 3D printed chest set I made. So the STL files for this set are all available for free on Thingiverse.com. The designer is PerryT, and the name of this set is the 4D Staunton full-size chest set. And I'll have a link to it in the description if you want to download them. So if you search on Thingiverse, if you search for chess or chess set, you'll get hundreds of results, and some of them are really cool and unique. But I decided to go with this one because I like the traditional design of it. So as you can see, this is a full-size chess set, and the king is about 4 inches tall. If you can see that on the ruler. And the pawn is about 2 inches tall. So if you want to print your own chess set like this, you don't necessarily have to use white and black plastic. You can use any colors you want, really. There's even wood filaments out there that you can use if you want. I decided to go with white and black, and these are all printed in white PLA, and I was able to print most of the black pieces with black PLA, but I had to print some of them in blue because I ran out of black. So I just painted over it with some cheap acrylic black craft paint, and it turned out pretty good. You can still tell that some of them are painted and some of them are just made of the black plastic. The painted ones are a little duller than the printed ones. One good thing about this set is that it prints fully without any supports. Even the knights, which have this steep overhang on the chin, printed without supports. There is a little bit of delamination, if you can see, under the chin there. It's a little worse on the black knights. I don't know if you can see that. But for the most part, they printed fine. Another good thing about this set is that the designer added these cone-shaped holes to the bottom of each piece for you to add your own weights. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to add the weights to these pieces. The best thing would probably be to use, if you have a lead shot or small ball bearings or even sand, I guess. You could fill up these all the way with those and maybe use some hot glue to hold it in. I didn't have any of that stuff, but I do have a bunch of spare hex nuts, and I have these are 5/16 and these are 3/8 inch, and the 5/16 just barely fit into the pawns, and they fit pretty much flush, and the 3/8 fit nicely into the other pieces, the minor pieces and the king and the queen. So I already made one test piece. Here you can see I just put the hex nut in there and I hot glued it in there, and it sits almost flat. There's a little bit sticking out, but I'm going to cover the bottom with this craft foam. It's about 2 millimeters thick craft foam. I thought I had black and white, but I only have white, so the black pieces are gonna have white pads on the bottom, but I think that's okay. So I'll show you how I add the weights to one of these pieces, and then I'll probably do a time lapse showing the rest of them, and then I'll after that I'll show you how I attach the pad to the bottom. So for reference, I have a little kitchen scale here, and this is the pawn without the weights, and it's about 5 grams. And here's the pawn with the weights, and it's about 11 grams. So just over twice the weight. If you wanted to make them even heavier, you could print them at 100% infill. All these pieces were printed at 20% infill, and if you don't know, this is what it looks like. So they're not solid plastic. It just helps to save on plastic to print them with less than 100% infill. But if you want them to be as heavy as possible, you could print them completely solid. Okay, so this is the rook, and I'm gonna use a 3/8 inch hex nut. So first I just set it in there and try to get it as flat as I can so it doesn't stick up. And then I take some hot glue and fill around the sides. Being careful not to move it so much. And then I'm going to let this cool for a bit, and then I'm going to fill in inside the hex nut and all the way around. And then I just have to repeat that process for the rest of the pieces. There's 32 pieces total, so this is going to take a while. Okay, so I just finished adding the weights to all the white pieces, and I thought I should show you, before I do the black pieces, the difference in the weights. So here's the unweighted bishop. It's about 11 grams. And with the weight, it's about 20 grams. It's about an increase of 9 grams. Here's the unweighted knight. 15 grams. And with the weight, 24 grams. So again, about 9 grams. Here's the unweighted rook. 12 grams. Weights, 20. There's the king, 17 grams. With the weight, 25. Queen, 16, and with the weights, 24. So now I'm going to add the weights to the black pieces, just like I did with the white pieces. I don't think I really need to show you that. And after that, I'm going to cut out the foam and glue that to the bottoms. This is all the foam that I'm going to use. It's not that much. but I already laid out the pieces on it, and this is all that it needs. So this is the final result. The pieces are a little bit heavier now, and they're padded on the bottoms, so I don't have to worry about them scratching the chessboard. I did take some scissors and just trim the edges a little bit to make them flush, but I did that off camera. Also, if you're wondering about the chessboard, it's also homemade. I made it out of 1x4 pieces of pine, and the dark squares are just stained pine, and the light squares are unstained. I wrote an article explaining how I built it in detail, and if you're interested, I'll link it in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll try to answer them as I can. If you make this set, or if you make any other 3D printed chess set, feel free to let me know how it goes. If you want to see more videos like this, I make videos about 3D printing and costumes and tabletop gaming. So if you're interested, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.